Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we'll be building this car details page. Over here we'll be making a slider component for cars to slide, and this hard component which we have already built, and everything we will be going to reuse which we have built. And on the plus point, we'll be making these amazing components with this profile icon and these icons as well as we'll be building this review with the cards and this button. We'll use this button which we have used, and then we'll render these components inside a flat list. So let's get started. So before working on this, let's come to our repo. So if you have not followed me on GitHub, please do follow, because if you will follow me in future, if I make any kind of repository, you will get updates from me. As well as you have to star this repository so that it will be inside your profile, and there you can see this repository. You have to come to the stars, and whatever you have starred, you will everything shown be over there. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clone this repository, and the reason for it is some of the people have commented under my video that they are not able to run the project. So only for them, and also for you guys who have not faced any kind of issues, you can also watch this video. So let's get started. So open up your terminal and let's close this here. Now let me zoom this so that you all guys can see. So let's get started. So over here I want to go to the directory which is this. Okay, I'll go to this directory. Okay, now just type git clone and this URL, and now it will clone the URL for you. Now once it's cloned, let's do ls, go to the car app, and now just type code dot, and it will open a VS Code. So also one person commented that the font size was too small. So in this particularly video, and after this video, we'll be having this zoomed font and with this much amount of emulator size. So in this, what we have to do, let's open up the terminal and just type npm install peer dips. If you are using yarn, you can also use yarn, but I have used npm. So let's go with the npm first. So now as you can see, the npm has built it. So now it has installed the node modules. Now let's run the command like this, and it will start to run the application, and within some seconds it will build the application. As you can see, I have written one package.json file over here. There is this Android to run the command with the Android emulator. There is this command for iOS, and this is the start command, and then test command, and then ESLint command. So let's wait. You can see the build has successful. So it is the main branch which I am right now, and this is my metro bundler. If I press R, then this app should refresh. Okay, so this was for npm. Okay, and some of you might have commented that it's not working for yarn. So if you are using yarn, let me do the yarn first, and now it will install all the dependencies using yarn. So npm is a package manager, and yarn is also package manager. So it is doing the installing the packages which we have inside the package.json. So after this installation, we'll just have to enter the command yarn android, and it will run this particular command. And for the iOS, it will be using this command which is yarn iOS. The moment I press yarn iOS, it should run this particular command. So as you can see, the build has become successful. So let's do one thing. Let's see what happened to our emulator. So as you can see, the emulator is working fine. So now you have seen that I have done yarn android. So I installed the yarn. Now let's do yarn android. So now it should build the android for us in this particular emulator. So I hope all of your concept has been cleared now, because I have used npm install and yarn install, okay, for you only guys. And it might be anything issue, you should comment down below, because I am the only person who cares about you, who knows the pain of the developer who is not able to go forward just because the build is getting fail multiple times, and you get sad about it, and then you do not proceed with another playlist or another videos. In fact, some of you will just even leave the React Native learning part. They'll just move to the React.js just because they got stuck at some point. But let me tell you, the moment you are stuck on particular point, that is the check mark for you. Like, that is the check mark for you to go forward. So that is the check mark point. The moment you pass that bridge, you become much more stronger. That's it. So let's change the branch, and we were on home underscore screen branch. So let me tell you what it is. So as you can see, they have updated some like the formats in the log file, and here also you can see versions are same, and in the log file it's also same. So let's do one thing. Let's push this. Okay, let's push this. So as you can see, I have pushed all of the commits which I had. So let's do one thing. Come to our home underscore screen branch and just take the pull from there. So it's saying already up to date. Now let's do one thing. Let's kill all node. So it will stop all the processes of node which is running. So now let's start yarn start. Quit the terminal, and it will ask you. Let's quit it. Let's reload it. Okay, so as you can see, I have installed one package which is React Native Community Slider. So that package is not installed in this particular branch. So before that we had to do yarn. Okay, so let's do yarn, and it should install. Now do yarn Android like this, and it will take some seconds to build it, and it will start the bundler. So it should basically start the Android app for you. 10 seconds, 11 seconds, and let's check it out what we have to do for today. So we have this car screen over here. So we have this car detail screen over here. So we'll be building this first. So let's get started. So it has opened the application for us, and let's see, the metro is working fine. As you can see, if I press the R, it's opening. Okay, so let's leave it over there, and now let's come to the search screen. Now I hope everything is clear for you. Whatever you have inside your mind, just write down in the comment section. Feel free to ask anything, even anything like your personal things also that you face. So let's get started. If you can see, we have to build this car details page over here. So for that, what we'll need, just create a folder car. So why car? Because as you can see, it's a detail page. No need to mention car details because we are smart, because it's for us to recognize like what it is, what could be inside. So it's just a car page, a single car details page, simple. So let's make a screen over here. So let's name it car.screen.tsx, and as well as styles, which is car.styles.ts. So yeah, and our first rule is we are copying the styles. So let's copy it and paste it over here so it do not waste our time. And let's leave the container, and let's remove everything under that. So let's save the file, and after that let's come over here and type rnfe, and let's save it car screen. Okay, car screen. So yeah, let's save the file. Yeah, now what we want basically, okay, so car style should delete this all things, right? Let's clear this, and as you can see, we have two things, which is car screen, which is car.style.ts. So now what's the first thing that we should do? So the moment I click on this particular car or any car, it should navigate to this screen. So for navigation, what we are going to use, obviously React navigation, right? So come over here, and before that let me clear you one concept. If you have watched my previous video, I have told you something, so let me clear that to you first. So that is the combined stack. Over here you can see it is a combined stack, and inside this particular stack, we have three screens, which is tab stack, which is auth stack, which is root stack. Okay, I again repeatedly say, which is tab stack, auth stack, and root stack. What is the difference between these three stack? So tab stack is the stack which is containing all the screen which have the bottom navigation, okay, but it is the stack which will only render after you are authenticated, means you have successfully logged into your application, or you have successfully made a sign up and you have entered the application. It means when the authentication is true, it will render the tab stack with bottom tab navigation like on the particular screen. And the moment you are not authenticated, it means is authenticated is false, it should render auth stack. And what is the speciality of auth stack? It is not authenticated, it will not have the bottom navigation. So why there is the third stack I have written over here? So the third stack is for the particular screens which are authenticated but we do not want to show the bottom navigation. I repeat, the third stack, which is root stack, is for a particular stack which has authenticated, but it does not contain the bottom navigation. So why I am saying to you this? Because the car detail screen is authenticated screen, but it should not show like bottom navigation. So let's add the screen in this particular stack. So instead of this onboarding, we are going to write car screen like this. Let's write it over here, and as well as we have to add it inside this. So let's add it car screen. So now we have added this car screen, right? So what we have to do, we have to add the navigation. Let's come to the search screen, and as you have seen my previous video, we have not rendered this dynamic because we do not have data, we are doing it statically. After this front end playlist, we are going to have a backend, and over there we will render this inside a flat list. So let's add over here on press. So as you can see, there is no on press event, so let's add that on press and add it over here. On press will point to this on press, and let's write the type for it, which is on press. It will be optional, it will be a type of void, and yeah, that's it. So let's add the on press. So let's navigate car screen. So now you tell me, if I press on this particular car component, should it navigate to that screen or not? So write down in the comment section what it should do. Let's click on this. So it's saying something, let's read it. The action navigate with payload car screen was not handled by any navigator. Why this error came? So the error came only because of one reason, because we are inside tab stack. Right now we are inside tab stack. Tab stack are containing only 5 screen, which are 1 2 3 4 5. Right now it's only containing 5 screen. So the moment I am pressing on this and I am writing that I want this particular screen to be navigated, so inside our stack this screen is not there because we are inside tab stack. So for that we have to mention that you have to go to the root stack, and then from there you have to write the screen name. Got it? So now for that we can also do something like this, which is initial route name and which is car screen, right? So for that we can write the root stack, and over here we can open up the curly braces and write the screen, which is car screen. So as you can see, it's giving a one warning that root stack is not defined. So let's add it into the route that we also have something which is called root stack. So now it's not giving the warning. So the moment I click on this, it's going on the car screen. But let me tell you one thing also, that even if you do not write this, then still it should go to that particular screen. And the reason for it, because I have write the initial route. That initial route says that if you come to my stack, then what is the first screen I should render, even if you do not mention the screen name. So that was car screen. So let's add this particular prop over here, and over here, and over here as well, and over here, and over here. Let's save the file and let's go. Yeah, so as you can see, what is the similarity between this screen and this screen? There is a lot similarity, like the header component is also same, but there is not a search component. So we can add that, right? So let's do one thing. Let's come to the car screen. Let's open up a search screen. We would want these things over there from the scroll view as well, because you can see that this screen should be scrollable because the content inside it is a lot. So let's add it over here, close the brackets, like this, like this, like this. Yeah, there is only one view. Let's import the header component. Let's import scroll view, and let's remove the sticky header indices as we do not need that. And let's import the styles from create style car.style, and let's save the file and go to the screen, and let's add over here car details. So over here you have to write car details like this. So yeah, the moment I press on the back, as you can see, the header is looking same like car this search screen. So let's add one thing over here, remove the unnecessary imports, and now the best part of this video, which is this slider component. So as you have seen my video, I have pushed something onto this particular branch, which is home screen, and that something was slider component. If you can go to my GitHub, let me go to my GitHub and show you. I have just commented 24 minutes ago something that you have to take pull off, and now you have to do one thing. Let's come to this component and let me tell you what this component basically do. So this component is basically a React Native functional component which has one flat list, which has one ref, and which has some logic to scroll the images. Okay, and also there are some dots, as you can see over here. If I come to over here, as you can see, there are some dots. Okay, the moment you are active on particular image, the dot will be active. The dot will contain some background color. So now what you have to do, let's just use this particular component. So let me add that. Let's add that slider component. It's not recognizing. Let's see what is the issue. So it's image slider, not just slider. So it's image slider. So let's add the sliding images. And now for just temporary purpose, we can also add the cars, but the cars will come from the backend. So now we have got the images data. So let me try and write over here images data. So I'm going to put this like this, 1 2 3 thrice. So I'm going to pass this data to image slider component, which is images, and like this. So what it is expecting, it was basically expecting images in the type of array and only the URL of the images. So what I'm going to do, let's do one thing. Instead of the cover, I'm going to write over here contain. So the image size is full, so it should like take the whole the aspect which it had original. So for the view width part, as you can see, the width is the window width. So let's do one thing. Instead of contain, let's do center, or let's make it cover. But the, as you can see, the bottom part is getting cut. So for that, let's add the scale over here. Scale, instead of that, let's write 250, or we can also make it 220, so it can look good. Or let's try 120. So in the 120 side, the image is getting cut fully. So let's do 220, 240. So yeah, similar to like that. As you can see, it has the height and width, so it's also looking good. Yeah, and also the slides are working perfectly fine. As you can see, it's looking good, right? So let's make it 220, so it should not consume much space. Yeah, so looks fine to me. And because the data will be coming from the backend, so the images aspect ratio, we will give the uploadation, the upload part, the aspect ratio. So the admin one, the whoever the using the admin app, so that person can only upload the images which our system accepts. So let's get started. to make this. As you can see, it's working and doing fine. So now what's the remaining part? The remaining part is this particular heart icon. So as you have seen that I have already developed this particular icon, but the icon is not reusable. So let's go to the search screen. Over here you can see that I have this particular car component, and inside it I have this, which is card heart outline. Can we make this and put it into a particular separate component? Yes, we can do it, because we are going to follow the dry rule, which is do not repeat. So let's type over here AURITA like this, and let's make it component.tsx. let's add favorite.styles.ts, come back, copy it, paste it over here, RNFE, favorite component. Let's add the view over here, add the pressable from React Native, material icon from community, and as well as import the styles from favorite styles. So let's copy the styles first and paste it over here like this, and remove the unnecessary one, import it like this. Con styles is equal to create style from favorite style, and for favorite container let's come over here, copy the favorite styles whatever they have, and just paste it somewhere where the styles are given like this, and then come to the favorite and import the scale from theme.scale. Yeah, good. Now what we have to do, let's come over here search screen and add the favorite icon. As you can see, if I press save, the icon has gone like this. So add the favorite component and like this, perfect. So now we just have to import this favorite component and it will do its only work. So let's add it over here inside this image slider. We can put it over here, and not like this. Let's add the favorite component, and let's go to the car screen. So as you can see, the favorite icon is also looking good over there, but when the point you come over here, you can see that there is some spacing. Okay, it's having the space from right side, but it's also having the space. But in our case there is no space, because the search screen, if you clearly see, it's on the top right corner. So we can also customize it and add the styles, but let me try over here so we can check if it looks good like this and like this. So we can also wrap it to the view and add some padding horizontal, like padding horizontal scale of 18. So let me do this. Okay, so it has come down. Let's save it, and now it has gone up. So I think there is no way but to give the style from outer parent component. So let's do one thing. As you can see, the top is 4 and the right top is 4, and there is no right over here, there is right. So let's do one thing, add some styles from parent. So let's customize it and add favorite styles. Let's add the prop over here. Let's add iFav, write the interface over here, interface iFav, and write fav styles, and it is view styles basically from React Native, right? So yeah, it should do the work, and we can add the styles from here as well, or we can do it from here as well. I know that this component, if we want to make it isolated, then there is no point of adding this favorite icon over here, but we know in our application this is a kind of component which will always have the favorite icon. So let's keep it over here itself until we require it to separate it out. So let's add the styles, and I need right side to be bit of like this, and I also need the top to be have some space. So let's add the 12. Yeah, looks good to me, as you can see. the right we have written the 18, so it has come down on this particular scale. So let's come back, and now as you can see, the next part which we have to do, if you can clearly see it out on this particular page, there is this white color, but on the top side there is no white color. So let's do that thing over here. So the moment we have come over here, the background is F8, F8 and F8, but the bottom part is going to be of white. Okay, the bottom part will be of completely white. So let's do one thing. Over here we can add one view, and we can give it a name which is main. So let's go over here and add over here main, and add the background color which is colors dot white. Add one flex, and instead of white, can we try red, so that you guys can visualize it properly. So for that particular one reason, I'm going to remove this view, scroll view, and let's keep it only view. Remove the header, the show vertical scroll indicator for some seconds, and now see, we have to pass here one flex. So let's add that, styles dot flex. We have to add the flex, or else we can also wrap it into a particular thing which is container. So let's do one thing, add one flex and see the magic. So yeah, as you can see, it has taken the full width, full height. But now what I want some border radius from top left corner and top right corner. So let's see what is the border radius. So as you can see, we have done that in the search screen as well, the home screen as well, the border radius. So as you can see, the border radius is looking, let's see it, it's look 30 corner radius, right? So let's do that and do that border radius scale of 30. So yeah, but not just 30 from all side, but I need border top right radius and border top left radius. Yeah, like this. Also I need some spacing from top. I'm going to render the top margin over above this component, render margin top, like this, add 12. Yeah, looks good. And let's come over here and see. Yeah, now it's looking good. So let's remove the red color and keep the white color as it is. Yeah, so looks good. So now we have to add this particular title over here and here as well. So let's do that thing. So for that, let's take the one view, and inside that view there will be text from React Native, not the question mark, and let's add Tesla Model S. Okay, so it's model, and let's add this particular text. So I need to copy this, so let's copy it like this, affordable price. So yeah, now what we have to do inside this main, we also have to write the padding horizontal scale of 18. Yeah, looks good. So all the content which we will write, it will come and have the spacing 18 from left and right. So let's add some padding vertical, so it is aligned with the design. Let's add 18. Yeah, now it's looking good. So let's add some font styles dot title, and here it should be a styles dot text. So let's add the style title. Font size dot 12. Let's check the font size. It's 16 semi bold. And add font weight, the font family, typography dot semi bold. Let's save the file. So as you can see, the text we have to style for it. So let's add the text. So let's see what's the text styles are. So basically, if you can see, it is Roboto 14. Let's copy the text style 7F, 7F, and 7F. So let's do that. Font size. So it's a font size dot 14, and the color will be colors dot placeholder. I think the placeholder color which has 7F, 7F, and 7F. So yeah, let's add the font family over here. The typography will be regular. So yeah, it was regular already. So let's do one thing over here. As you can see, there is this 5 and then 100 plus reviews with the star icon. Let's add this first. So this is the view. So let's add another view, and over there you can see that the 5 is also there. So 5 is of I think it's bold. Yeah, as you can see over here, it's bold. So let's do that. Let's do 5.0 and wrap this inside a text. So 5.0, it's style styles dot, let's name it bold, text bold, and over here let's add over here font family typography dot bold. Yeah, and the font size, as you can see, let's see, font size is 14. So font size equal font size dot 14. So yeah, after that we have this 100 plus reviews, and the same styles we are going to use of this text. So let's add it, and let's add 100 plus like this, 100 plus reviews. So let's add it inside one bracket. Yeah, looks good. And as well as you can see, there is one this star icon. So let's add that, native vector icons. So let's come over here and search for icon which is star. So let's find that. As you can see, the corners are rounded. So let's try to find the rounded corners icon. So let's see if we can get from material community icons, and there is no icon from material community icon which has the roundness over the star. So as you can see that, I can see over here for this font awesome, we can use that font awesome 5. So let's add that. Come over here and let's add this particular font, and let's see the name of it was, I think it was just a simple star. So let's add the name first and import the icon. So import this particular icon from material community icon, import this from React Native vector icon slash this. So let's add the prop which is name was star, and the color, let's add the colors dot yellow. So we can't see the color, so let's copy the color, FF8F3A. so let's add that, FF8F3A. so we have the color for star. So let's come back and see. Yeah, as you can see, we have already used one star over here. So let's replace that star. Come to the car component, and if you can see, we should have used one star component over here. So instead of material icons, let's come over here and see if they have used the same icon. Yeah, they have used the same icon. So for consistency and everywhere we are going to use, what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace the material icon with this particular font awesome icon. So let's add it like this and import it like this. Okay, so let's do one thing, let's keep it like this, add it. Yeah, now it should look like this, and as well as it should scale to 18. The icon is filled here, it's also filled, but it is not showing filled over here. So let's see the reason for it. Font awesome 5 we are using. Here you can see the icon is showing which has the outline, but it should not be like that. So let's see, let's use for font awesome. Okay, it's font awesome 5. so we have to add 5. So yeah, it's good, it should have given that. So let's do one thing, let's make it a font awesome, and let's do like, let's remove the 5. Yeah, now it is looking kind of good. See, let's copy this and let's discard the code and see the difference. So it was for the material icons. Let me add this icon. As you can see, there is very minor difference between these two icons. The material icon is very cornerish, so it has a very sharp corner, and it has very smooth corner. So I'm going to keep this only, and let's reduce the size. Let's keep it 12 or 14. Looks good. Yeah, and inside this flex, yeah. So let's do one thing. Let's add that over here. Copy and then paste. Not the 5, but font awesome. Only 5 font awesome. So let's save the file. Let's import the scale. Go inside. Come to the search component. Yeah, now it is looking good. So what we have to do, as you can clearly see, that this icon over here, it's flex direction row, and there is some column gap. That's it. So let's add that. Here is the column gap. So it should be wrapped inside a view, and to that view there should be a styles dot review container. We can write a style like this and write it like this. Add flex direction row, add align item center, add call gap, which is scale of 12, not 12, let's keep it 4. Yeah, looks good. And also you can see that the star is a bit of big than 5.0, which is in our case it's true. Let's do one thing, see the reviews style. So it's 12, and in our case, as we have used the same style over here, so it's 14. So let's do one thing, F12, add font size dot 12. Let's keep the comma and save the file, and over here we are going to add that style, which is styles dot F12. Yeah, looks good. So now to this review container, as you can see, we need now this Tesla model and this particular thing in this flex direction row. So let's do one thing, we need to like wrap this particular thing, like reduce this and minimize this, and now let's wrap this into particular one view, and let's keep it like this. And now let's name it title container. Come over here, go to the styles, and right over here flex direction row, and then add a comma. Yeah, as you can see, now it has gone out of the window, which should not happen in this particular case. So let's give it red, and let me visualize you what is happening. So because this particular text is very long, so the reason it's taking much full width. So let's add flex direction, justify content space between. Now it should look good to you. So what is the solution for it? The moment I add the text, it's going out of the box. So the reason is that it's taking full width, so the right side of it is not having much space, so it's going out of the window. So one thing we can do, that we can truncate this and make it dot dot dot, but as you know that it is bad for a user experience, that user is not able to read the specs of the particular car just because you have added truncate. So what is the solution? Either you can take this on another line like this, but let me do it again, slash and n. But in this case the texts are static, so we know what to break and what to not. But let's suppose things have changed and the text is coming from the backend. At that point of time, what you are going to do? So in that particular cases, you can write one thing. Let's remove this n, and let's give it a flex of 1, and let's do one thing. Let's wrap this particular view into one component, which is view, and let's give it text box. Okay, a text box, and above this text let's add this text box, and let me visualize you with a green color so you can visualize it. So green has only this much amount of width, okay, the full flex width. So in this case, what if I just do flex 1, and instead of 1 I just do 0.8. okay, so I think let's do flex grow, flex shrink. In this case, we can also do one thing over here. We can do one thing, which is max width. Instead of, like, we can give 100%, and instead of 100 we can give 50%. So as you can see, we have specified maximum width. You have to only consume 50% no matter what happens. So you can also do it with the width, and max width means that maximum you are allowed only this much. So max width is much more powerful than width. So let's make it 80%. So it's also going out of the box. Let's make it 70%, and let's do it with the 75%. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, so let's do one thing. Let's add a style over here, and let me visualize you over here. So let's give a flex 1 and background style blue. So this particular blue container has this much amount of width, and inside that we have this particular text view, and inside that it has taken 75% of this only blue box. So if I remove this, it can take this much amount of space. So let's remove the blue color from text container, and yeah, it's looking good. But there is one thing, that the text should be smaller. So let's add one thing. Let's, instead of 14, let's give it 12, and so we do not need to add that F12 over here. So let's save the file. Yeah, looks good. And also there is one thing, that this paragraph over here, this particular thing is centered aligned to this thing. So let's do that first. So instead of flex, so can we see that, do we have flex? Yeah, we have one. So let's add that styles.flex. So now come over here, and to this particular title container add one condition, which is align item center the style. Now it's looking to the center of this particular view. Yeah, looks good. So let's add one thing, which is border. So as you have seen my previous video, I assume that, and you should basically watch it. And let's render border bottom of 2, as you can see, as well as we'll render margin bottom with the spacing of 12. Looks perfectly fine. Now let's move on to the next component, which is this profile icon and the name, along with that the verified icon, and call and message to them. So let's add that. Let's add a view over here, and let's add image from React Native, and let's name it a source, and come to the asset. And as you can see, can we use something from this asset? We can use this person image. So you can see the response person. So let's add it over here. Const something from asset. Let's import person. Let's give over here source, directly point out to the person. Let's add style, which is person, and let's add it over here, person. Let's name it height, scale of 18. Let's name width, scale of 18. Let's make it 24 so that you all can see. Let's see how much they have given. It's 54, so it's much more than what I have written. So let's write 50 at least. Yeah, looks good, but let's reduce it to at least 42 so that it looks good to our phone UI. Yeah, so it's done. Now let's add the name, car screen over here, And as you can see, the name, the font size is 14. So let's add the font size. Text, I'm going to name is John Doe. Okay, so let's add style dot owner name. Let's save it and come over here, owner name, and the font size is going to be font size dot 14, and then the color will be black. So now the color is good. Now I had the font family, which is typography of what it was semi bold. So let's add semi bold. Yeah, so now let's align it. Styles dot owner profile, let's name it profile. Let's save it, come over here and add over here profile. Let's write flex direction, which is row, align items, which is center. Yeah, now add some call gap, scale of 12. Yeah, looks good. Add some margin, render margin top, I'm going to render 12. Yeah, let's make it 24. Can we do 18? Yeah, looks good. Yeah, so now we have to add this icon, which is call and the message. Let's search for phone, if we can search for phone. So let's see if we have it. From material community icons we have, and it should be outline one. So let's find it. If we can find one outline phone, so not from material icon, so let's use the feather one. As you can see, it's looking same. I'm going to use a feather phone. So let's do one thing. We have this profile view, so let's add over here feather, like this. Import it from material icons. So you can see the material icons over here, font awesome. So import it from vector icons. Let's name it phone, and now let's give the size. Size should be around 18, and let's give the color. Can we see the color of it? The color is icon color, and what's it? It's 76, so thrice of 76. So can we see the color? 76 is a gray color, so let's add that, color dot gray. Yeah, and as well as we need to add that message icon. So can we add that? If you can see, the message icon is looking like a WeChat icon. So can we see the bottom part is on the left side? If you can see, I cannot find the exact, but it's looking the same. And design message one, so let's add that, feather and design. Can you see that? And design message one, yeah, looks good. As you have seen over here, we have one border, and it's in the rounded style, and the color of it is D7. So let's add that. Let's go to the colors and see if we have D7. So it's button border, so let's add that. Icon border, color should be, border width should be 1, border color should be colors dot button border, and the border radius should be 100, scale of 100, scale of 100. Let's wrap this. It's going to be a pressable component, because after this we need some event on this. Pressable, yeah, like this, and add that style. Style is equal to styles dot icon border. Let's copy it and paste it over here. So as you can see, there is one border which is got added. So let's do one thing. Let's give height. It's going to be scale of 50. It's too much. Let's do 40. Let's add width, scale of 40. Yeah, now let's add align item center, justify item center. Looks good. Looks, yeah, looks good. But can we increase the icon size to 22? Yeah, looks good. Let's reduce it. Yeah, looks good. So now as you can see, this position and this particular things are justified space between. So as you can see, so for that we need to wrap this inside a component which is view, and we need to wrap this inside a component which is view, like this. And let's give one thing. Let's add profile over here. Okay, so let's add flex row. Let's add row g2. It means row gap 2. Same goes for this and same goes for this. So let's add that. Styles dot rg2. So it's not defined some anywhere, so let's define it. So rg2 means flex direction row and align items center and call gap 2. I mean, it was call gap. I have named it row gap. So let's do one thing. I don't need r, so let's make it, and let's make it at least 6, and let's give gap of 6. Okay, c6. So c, yeah, like this, cg6, call gap 6. It's having much more gaps, so come over here and add 12, and let's add 18. Let's try with 14. Looks good. So let's add over here 14, come back, add over here 14, add over here 14. Yeah, come over profile screen, and over here we have to add justify content space between. Yeah, looks good. The verified icon, we will be adding it later because we will have one check is verified. So for particular sellers, we'll, like the car owners who wants to rent the property or the car, for them we'll add this icon. So it's will basically a condition based icon. So probably it should be coming from backend. So the condition will come definitely from backend, but I'm thinking of to sending this particular image from backend to render. So yeah, so now what we have next thing to do, we have car features. If you can see clearly the size of this and this, I am thinking it's similar. So let's see, semibold 16 and semibold 16. So can you see that what style we have used for that? So Tesla, we have title. So let's close this particular profile and add a view and add over here text, and the text was car features. Car features. Add one style, styles dot title. Yeah, but there is also some spacing. So for that spacing, what we are going to use, we are going to render margin top. Yeah, and now the best part. So as you can see, I have shown the car features over here. So we now need to make this particular component. So let's build it. So under over here, we are going to wrap it under the pressable component, and as you can see, it's having one color, an icon, and a title, and then this text. So let's do one thing. Let's separate it out, come over here, add the styles, and let's name it car feature component. Feature, okay, we can name it a feature container, like this, and let's give a background color of red, and also let's give it a height of Let's see how much they have given. So the height is 117, so let's scale it. Scale of 118 at least, and let's give width. As you can see, the width is like equally divided. So if there are let's suppose there is tablet, for that it should take at least 4 or 5 containers instead of 3. So I'm going to leave the width part and going to give the flex. Let's use the flex 1. Let's add it over here. Style is equal to styles dot feature container, and let's do one thing. Let's add some content inside it. So I'm going to write text, and the text was capacity. Yeah, can you see it somewhere? Let's reduce the flex. Yeah, because of the flex I think it was not showing. So let's see capacity 1, and if I have a 2 like this, can you see it? Yeah, so it's looking, I think the refresher is not working. So let's do one thing. Let's quick kill this. Yeah, and now let's do yarn start from here. Let's press R and let's remove this. Come to the car screen, and as you can see there is showing nothing. The moment we are hiding this flex 1, it's getting visible. So I think it's happening because of that. So let's add width 100%, and now add another one. So yeah, it's getting added. So as you can see that we need 3 first, right? So for that, let's copy this. Let's wrap it into a view, and let's name it styles dot let's name it like this. And now let's remove this. So it has taken some width, which the content inside according to that it has taken some width. So what I need it should take some width which is available to it, which is flex 1 like this. So I also want some border radius. So border radius is around 10. So let's add that. Border radius is scale of 10. Also there is some padding. So I'm going to add one padding. Padding will be scale of 12. Let's make it 6. Yeah, looks good. Now let's add the color. So the color is secondary, and ED and ED. So let's go to the colors. Can you find ED and ED? Outline button BJ. Let's add the color outline button BJ. Yeah, looks good. So over here let's render some margin top and add over there 12. Yeah, it is looking fine. So now if you can see, there is one color which is white color, and there is this title and the information about it. So it's on the bottom left part of the card. So what I'm going to do, let's suppose and assume we have two text. It should be on the bottom left corner of the card. So let's see, this capacity is having text 2, which is 7F, 7F and 7F. So let's do one thing, style start. I'm going to name it a feature title, right? So let's write feature title, let's write color, and the color will be that was 7F, 7F, right? So it is the color of placeholder. Yeah, and the another one is a pure black with the semi bold. So come over here and write the style, and style will be let's name it info, feature info. feature info. Come to this part, type feature info, write the colors will be black, and now let's add the font size. Our font size is 14 and the above one is 12. So there is one difference around the font size. So let's add the font size 12, and this is font size dot 14. Yeah, but there is some difference. The font size is semi bold, and here only color difference is there. So let's add that font to it. So font family will be typography dot semi bold, and I need the same type over here. So let's add this style. Let's copy this, paste it, copy this and paste it. So now to this feature container, I need my align item to be flexed end. So let's make it justify content. Yeah, justify content flex end. So justify content basically works in the horizontal direction, but as we have not given flex direction row, so it works like align items if we have not given flex direction row. So basically it's already flex direction column. So in that case, flex direction justify content will work like align item. So it will work vertically, so it has align itself flex end starting and to the end. So it's in the bottom left corner of your component, and if you can see that there is the much spacing from bottom but not from left side. So for that we have added the padding, but I'm going to add one extra padding bottom, and let's make it 12. Yeah, and from outer I think it should be better if we write 8. Yeah, looks better. So let's add capacity and 5 seats, capacity and 5 seats, 5 like this, 5 seats. Engine out, let's do one thing. This is going to be a component, so we should not worry about the text passing. Let's add this particular icon, so that icon will come over here. So you know that we have this border, so let's add that icon border. So let's name something different, feature border. So let's come over here and add feature border, or you can say feature icon. So I'm going to add a background color, which is colors dot white, and height will be 32, width will be scale of 32, border radius scale of 100, and instead of 32 can we make 40? Let's check it out. Yeah, it's looking big than the text. Is it big? Can we see? 34. So let's write 34. Yeah, it's looking fine. So now what we have to do, we have this text. Okay, we have this text and we have this isolated component, so we have to wrap this. So let's remove this code, let's keep it like this so that you do not get confused. So let's add this into a view like this, and now to this feature container let's add one thing, which is justify space between. Yeah, like this. As you can see, it's on the top left corner, and this is on the bottom left corner, and inside it there is any space that it can take. In my case, it has taken a space which it wanted to take. That's it. So yeah, and for this too we have not wrapped this. So let me cut this and paste it for you. So what's happening, you will have an idea. Yeah, like this. So now what we have to do, we just have to add one icon. So that icon is going to be a sofa for in my case. So let's add that sofa. So we do not have exact sofa, but let's use the community icon, sofa outline or sofa single outline, sofa hyphen single outline. So let's come over here, add material icons. Can we import it? Let's see. Yeah. Now let's add name, sofa single outline. Yeah. It's going out of the box, so let's do one thing. Let's add align item center. Let's do justify content center. Yes. So now let's do one thing. Let's give it a color and let's see what color it have. So the icon is having 7/6. So can we see the colors? 7/6 times. So gray. Yeah. So come over here. Let's add colors dot gray. Yes. So add the size. Can we give a size of around 28? No, it's too big. So let's give it 20. Yeah, it looks perfect. So let's remove the unnecessary ones and let's keep this only. Let's come down and expand it. So as you can see, our car features component is done, but we can do one thing, that we have to put this into a separate component, and from that component we have to make sure that if the icon is custom, we can pass it through prop, and if it is not a custom, then we just need to give the name of that icon. In this case it was sofa single outline, and we have to pass this particular title and this information about the feature, and we have to separate it out into a particular component, and then we have to pass it. Okay, so now, and as in this video I'm not going to put it into a separate component as the video is getting longer, so we'll be doing it in the next video. But before that, let's add this book now button and also this reviews component. So let's minimize this, and somewhere over here let's add that button from button component, and let's add the text which is book now with the icon book now. Yeah, like this, and let's make sure that it's outside this. So as you can see, let's come to the main and let me give a style to it so you can visualize it where the button is. So the button is went outside the red box. In this case, which it should not do like that. So let's come to this and put it back to that view, but we want the button to be sticky to this bottom container. In that case, what we have to do, we have to wrap this into a view like this, and now to this main we have to add justify content space between, so the button goes on the downside. Let's give the view a white color of what it was before, and as well as you can see this part is almost completed. In the next video, what we will be doing, we'll be making this review card and we'll be mapping it under the flat list. We'll be rendering it. As you know, now the other parts of the video will be much faster and much easier for you, because we are building the base of the building. So we have built the components custom so that we do not have to rely on some third-party packages, and as well as the performance of the application should not decrease, because I want the control to be in our hands, and as well as the application looks and performs very smooth and perfect. So in the next video we'll be adding this report part, and as well as we'll be making it out into a single particular component. And yeah, the moment we are completing is this review page, we'll jump on to the booking details. As you know, we have components of input components and this tab selection components. There is one thing which is remaining, which is date picker component. I'm going to implement this in front of you. So after that we'll doing this payment page and then confirmation page, and there are only few screen which is remaining, and it's our repeating screens. so we will not have any kind of issues to this. And after this we'll jump on to the backend part of the video. And if you have been listening my video till this end, so I know that you want to learn React Native, and I hope that you learn everything from my videos. And let's like this video and share this video. And if you have been watching my videos since the day I am uploading my videos, which is I think around 15 days have been, so I want to know the name of you so that I can keep remembering your name, so that you are a particular subscriber that is engaging with my videos. So yeah, stay safe, stay happy, and don't forget to work hard, because that's the only key thing that you have right now to improve yourself day by day. And one day you will be at somewhere, and the moment you look back, you should be not surprised that where I am. So yeah, do work hard, and yeah, till then stay safe. That's it.